Welcome back to Dream College Path. In part one of our conversation with college counselor Susan Packer Davis, we covered some of the big questions students and families have about the college journey. In this second part, we continue the conversation, exploring more insights, advice, and real-world perspectives to help students move forward with confidence and clarity. Whether you're just starting to think about college or already deep in the process, this next part offers thoughtful guidance you won't want to miss. Let's get back to our conversation with Susan.
You mentioned internships.
Mm-hmm.
How early do you think that students should start thinking about internships? And if a student can't find an internship, what are some other alternatives? I know you mentioned volunteering or...
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends really what the student's trajectory is, what they want to do, how they want to end up with all of this. You can't start an internship too young because you don't know anything. Nobody's going to hire an intern out of ninth grade probably, unless they're certifiable genius or something. So the idea that, I'm going to get an internship this summer out of ninth grade it's kind of folly, and it doesn't really mean anything because what are you going to be doing? You don't have enough academic work under your belt to do anything. So you kind of build on it summer. You start with an exploratory course in a field that you think you want to go into and do a summer program for 4 weeks in that field and see if you really like it. A lot of students think they want to be doctors or they think they want to be such and such, and then they get into that setting and then it turns out they don't really like it at all. So it's good to try it out. So you could volunteer. You can't volunteer at a hospital till you're 16 these days, but as soon as you're able to, that's a good thing to do, to see if you really like being in that environment and do you want to do that sort of thing. And internships, there are some organizations now that can find them for you. It's going to cost. You can do cold emailing to professors and so forth with your resume and cover letter, which I help students with, but sometimes that's frustrating because, they have their pick of undergrads and graduate students to work with them, and a high school person would probably be the last thing they would think of. But sometimes you get lucky. So I would try all of those different things. Sometimes a family friend, too, who works in a particular field, who's willing to give the young person a shot in their office or something. That works, too.
Yeah, and juniors or the time period of being a junior is really, I think, the most important part when it comes to applying to college. That's the year where most students really get a lot of things done. And so what would you say are the top 3 things that juniors should focus on right now? And when should students ideally begin preparing seriously for the college admission process?
Okay, well, you begin seriously preparing for it really in ninth grade, because you want to make sure that everything you're doing is meaningful, that it's going to lead somewhere. Even if you're not quite sure what you want to do, you want to at least be exploring the areas that do appeal to you. So that's important. So that starts pretty early. But for a junior, by that point, the student probably knows what they want to do. So that summer in between 11th and 12th grade, that should be a very meaningful activity related to whatever field they're interested in. Could be an internship, could be an advanced summer program, could be some advanced volunteer work. It depends, again, what they want to do. That's one thing. Also, you should make sure that you have, your standardized testing well underway. Obviously, UC doesn't use those scores anymore, but pretty much everybody else is going to go back to them. I think the days of the optional testing are probably numbered, which doesn't bother me. I think it's kind of like being in purgatory. You never know. Should I submit this score? Should I not submit this score? And if you don't submit a score, the school's going to think the worst anyway, which is awful. And and then they claim, oh no, it's not going to have any effect on admissions. But of course it does, right? So a lot of the schools have gone back to it. Now, I like either do it or don't do it. So you want to make sure that's well underway. Students should take the SAT for the first time, not too young, because you won't have enough math under your belt. But certainly by the beginning of the junior year, and then most people need to take it again. So you want to plan when you're going to do that most comfortably, and so forth. So that's important. And also you want to make sure that your courses that you've selected for your senior year are moving up a notch and everything. The worst thing you can do is kind of flatline in your senior year and kick back and think, well, I took all the hard courses last year, I'm just going to kind of cruise. Terrible. You don't want to cruise, because remember, you're on your way into college. They're going to be looking to see what are you doing right at the end there as you're getting ready to prepare for college. So those three things are really of paramount importance. I also don't think students should start writing the essays too soon, because something happens in that summer between 11th and 12th grade where a student really begins to feel like a college student a little bit. They can see the end of high school coming, and it starts that self-reflective process, which is what you need to write these essays. If you try to do it too soon, they won't come out as well. And even if you get one done, you're going to look at it 3 months later and not like it. So better to wait a little bit, wait till the beginning of the summer and then start. I think it's better that way.
Yeah, that's great advice. I also think that this is also a stressful time for most parents. They're always worried about, is their child doing enough to prepare themselves for college?
Yeah.
What advice do you have for them, or what role do you think parents should play while their child is going through this?
I think parents, the role they can play is to really, really be supportive. And I mean that in the deepest sense. I'm a parent too. Both my boys are all grown up now, but that kind of support is someone to talk to, because, especially the fears that they may have, the things that are bothering them, to not kind of push that aside and say, oh, everything's fine. It is a stressful process. I mean, I try to make it as stress-free as possible, because I always tell them, I know what I'm doing. I know what to do when. You don't have to keep that timeline in your head. I will tell you what to do at each juncture. And so that calms them a little, and calms the parents, obviously. But the parents, it's important to talk with your student about all of this. Where do you really want to go to college? Don't think about where your uncle went, or where your aunt told you to go. What do you want to do? Because this is your life. So that's very important too.
At Dream College Path, everything we do is centered around helping students navigate the college journey with clarity and confidence. We work with students one-on-one through college counseling, supporting them with planning, college lists, applications, and decision-making at every stage. We also help students turn their interests into meaningful projects, whether through research, community initiatives, or passion-driven work that helps them stand out authentically. Academically, we offer personalized SAT and ACT tutoring, along with AP tutoring across subjects, focused on building strong foundations and long-term success. And coming soon, the Dream College Path College Planner app, a smart, student-friendly tool designed to help students stay organized, track goals, and plan their college journey in one place. No matter where a student is starting, our goal is to provide thoughtful guidance, personalized support, and a clear path forward.
Transitioning a little bit to your role at Dream College Path. So how did you first come to work with Dream College Path, and what do you enjoy the most about working with DCP students and families?
Well, I've had my own college counseling business for a long, long time. When I moved to the Bay Area after leaving Southern California, I wanted to keep doing the work. I didn't necessarily want to run a high school again for 30 years, but I already did that. So when I first came up here, I worked for a very large college counseling company. It was actually the largest in the Bay Area at the time. It doesn't exist anymore, which is a shame. But I did that for about 7 years. And towards the end of it, things weren't going so well for them for a variety of reasons. And also that's right when COVID hit. So I decided to just kind of focus on my own practice. And a lot of the students who had been working with them, when they kind of fell apart, they stayed with me. So I worked with them, and now I've been working with their siblings for years, which is great. But I just happened to see the little ad from DCP when they first started, and it looked so interesting to me. I thought, I would be happy supplementing it with something like that. The school I ran was quite small. I like small. Small is good. And it just seemed attractive to me. And then I talked with Venkat and Prajot and thought these are really two decent, wonderful people, and I can see myself working with them. So that's how it started. And it's, I really invest myself completely in each student. I know what's going on with them at every step of the way. I know where they are in the timeline and so forth, and they know they can contact me at any time, not just regular meetings or things like that. They do, and I'm pretty much on call. So I help them through every little bit, and when we work on essays, we work on one at a time. I don't like to have multiple essays going at the same time. It's cloudy thinking. It's better to just focus on one at a time. And I'm a very hands-on editor. I actually really edit the essays. I make sure to keep them in the student's voice, but I don't just kind of look them over and give them a bunch of comments the way an English teacher would. I'm a professional editor, and I show them how to make it stronger, how to make it better. It's still their essay. Would never write it for them, but I know how to make it better.
Right. And in your experience so far, how do you think that the personalized one-on-one guidance that you give to a lot of DCP students, how do you think that changes their confidence or their clarity during the admissions journey?
I think it's extremely helpful because they always have someone to talk to about it. They can bounce their ideas off of. And also they feel calmer because somebody who knows what they're doing is helping them, as opposed to kind of just flailing around. There are a lot of people who say they know what they're doing, but they haven't been doing this very long. And obviously I've been doing this my whole life now, and I enjoy it. I keep doing it because I like doing it very much. I enjoy watching students mature and grow through the process. It's not just a stressful process. It's a really important growth process to look back at your life and reflect and think about who you are and what you want to do. It's important, and I like being part of that with them.
Yeah. You've given us so much great advice today. To end us off, I want to ask for one more piece of advice.
Sure.
Yeah, just like the most important piece of advice, if you could give it to every student in the college application journey right now, what would you say?
Be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to write like anybody else. Don't read all those books that say how to write a perfect college essay. Forget it. The perfect college essay is the one that you're going to write for yourself because you know yourself better than anyone else. So again, don't try to impress with the essay. Write from your heart and be genuine. Be who you are, and the essay will come out very, very well. That's the best advice I can give them.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That was our last question for today. So, thank you so much again. You took time out of your weekend to do this for us. So I'm very grateful.
Sure.
Thank you so
much.
much.
My pleasure. I enjoyed it very much.
At Dream College Path, everything we do is centered around helping students navigate the college journey with clarity and confidence. We work with students one-on-one through college counseling, supporting them with planning, college lists, applications, and decision-making at every stage. We also help students turn their interests into meaningful projects, whether through research, community initiatives, or passion-driven work that helps them stand out authentically. Academically, we offer personalized SAT and ACT tutoring, along with AP tutoring across subjects, focused on building strong foundations and long-term success. And coming soon, the Dream College Path College Planner app, a smart, student-friendly tool designed to help students stay organized, track goals, and plan their college journey in one place. No matter where a student is starting, our goal is to provide thoughtful guidance, personalized support, and a clear path forward.